Buenos dias, gente feliz. Welcome to episode 2 of the farm blog. It is 6:30. We are leaving the house. I got the garden tractor loaded up, wheelbarrow, and all the implements of dragging stuff around. Got the wife in the back. Catherine in the back. My neighbor was friendly enough to join us today. So,
Bestest neighbor?
Yep, bestest neighbor. So we're heading down to the farm and we're gonna start planting some trees. See you when we get there. All right, we're down here on the farm, getting ready to start planting trees and everything. But we gotta figure out how we're gonna move the trees all around the property here. I have the cart that I made, but I'm gonna see if I can modify it to be able to drag it behind the garden tractor to haul some of these big trees, because these things are monsters, like 200-pound trees and whatnot. So 45-gallon pots. So we're gonna modify the cart and see if I can pull it behind the garden tractor. So we'll load up the pots like I was saying in episode 1, and then we'll connect it via some attachments that I'm going to throw on there to the tractor, and we can drag it around. So as part of my DIY today, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how I'm going to set this up so that we can use it as a trailer for hauling these plants around. All right, let me get all my tools and stuff together, and we'll come back in a little bit. Rolling? Okay, so the plan is to use this 2x4, anchor it to the bottom of the cart, drill a hole on the top here, so that when we load the tree, the cart folds down and anchors to the hitch, and then we can drag the trees around. So let's get started. Okay, so we've modified the cart. We attached the boom to the bottom simply by putting a few screws through the center and from the top down into the front. Drilled a hole in it, put a bolt underneath the hitch of the truck. So now when we load the cart, it's going to naturally want to pull up on it because of the weight. So we'll put the hitch from underneath, and then we'll be able to drag the trees around where they need to go. Well, we successfully moved the first tree over here. Got it all hooked up, used a rope to pull the tree up onto the cart, and connected it up to the cart and dragged it all the way over here. So next, try and put the tree in the hole. So first tree is in the ground. Wasn't too difficult. There we go. Avocado Haas, Oscar waving in the background. Now we got probably, I don't know, 8 or 10 big pot trees like that to put in the ground today. So I'm gonna get to it. We had to come up with a way to load the cart with the trees without breaking our backs. So here's what we came up with. Got a rope tied to the handle, slide it over the side. Lift the front onto the thing. Wrap the rope around the bottom. And pull. And there you have it. Then we move the cart. Get it onto the tractor. ready to roll. All right. This is Billy on Forever Plantaholic Farm. We've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trees in the ground already. And I want to do a segment of me hauling a tree back to a hole. So here we go. Oops. So, afternoon, folks. It's something like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that. 2:30, 3 o'clock. Don't have my watch on. Anyway, we got a bunch of trees in the ground. We got what is that? Coconut. I got that's pomegranate, tamarind tree, 2 ciruela, 1 banana. Mulberry, gooseberry, santol, 2 avocados, 2 peaches, fig, sweet sop, sour sop, all that were in big pots. We got all those in the ground today. So I'll show you here, quick walk around real quick so you can see what we got in there. These are all the big pots that we emptied out today. And I put the 4 big trees at the front of the property as well. So I'm gonna cut this segment where I'm talking. I'm gonna flip the camera and I'll show you the trees we put in. So, it's light outside now. I got the tractor all set up and ready to roll. I just gave all the trees that we planted yesterday a good drink before the sun comes up. And I realized yesterday evening while going through the footage that the video I was supposed to take of all the trees that we put in the ground yesterday didn't come out. So I'll redo that little segment right now and I'll attach it on yesterday's video. We'll just pretend it never happened. All right, so over here we have our fig tree bearing lots of fruits. Can't wait to harvest. This is a Utado, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's a dwarf not coconut, but avocado tree. Utado. This is a Florida Super Haas avocado. This is a peach tree. This is a Florida Prince peach. This is soursop. We had to cut this tree way off when we transplanted it because we uprooted it from the house. This one here was in the back at the house. It wasn't doing too well because it had wet feet. So hopefully it'll recover. Just a little backstory on my house. The land where I live right now, the yard is a swamp. So we can't really put any trees in the ground too much because they just get rot. This is gooseberry. I might cut it back a little bit so that it stands up. They grow very fast, so it'll come back. This is mulberry. Over here is a santol, looking nice and happy. Back here we have some dwarf bananas. So this whole line across the back over here is going to be banana trees. The 2 lines in front of me and going behind me, a total of 20 holes, is going to be mango trees. This is hog plum, or ciruela as a lot of people call it. 2 of them. This is a tamarind tree. So that one's a couple years old. We have one in the ground behind the house right now that was the same age and 3 times as big because it was in the ground. That one was in a pot. This is pomegranate. And last but not least, all the way up here by the front, is a dwarf coconut. Where we plan on getting a few more coconuts that'll go in a line up here. So that's what's in the ground so far. And today's plan is to put all the rest of these in the ground. So let me get to it.